reading Quickies. Thank you for connecting here for co-creation of the energy of oneness at this time of your day, allowing me to be in your experience by listening, requesting the reading, and healing. This is June Universe. A week goes so fast. That's what I'm noticing. And this past 7 days was not exception. It's still, I'm feeling the bumpiness and ups and downs and in me, around me, noticing my little universe. And then also the friends and the community that shares their take on what they're noticing in their experience. It feels like we had the full moon last week, Thursday, which was very powerful. I'm not that so into familiar with terminology of astrological information. However, myself is the Cancerian, which is really connect to the moon cycle. And because of my nature and behavior changes, the documentation of my own self is linking it into the moon cycle. Since then, I started to note it about what's moon is up there. So that gives an information. That's my connection to astrological planet movement. But even to notice that how the moon is moving and reflection of around other planets around her gives a lots of information and especially like we are on Mother Earth and last week a week before actually last week before I'm already confused um there isn't many earthquakes in the Pacific region. And the Mother Earth has been shaken. It's the energy is built up and then shaken. The Mother is shaking, and then other planets are also reflecting. We're just part of huge universe, and then the moon was full last Thursday. So it's naturally that interesting universal shows are happening around in the universe and on earth reality, like living on life on earth is of course being part of the universe and reflecting it. So it's up to us to choose which resonance to our own life experience with the conscious living on this planet earth. And I'm so happy to be connected with you as a like-minded, willing to use our consciousness to bring in more joy and happy into our daily experiences and sharing that what we are noticing, experiencing, and to gather together our attention as an energy of oneness, being part of something stronger together, co-creative possibility. The energy moves where attention is given. So when we give our attention to something negative or positive, the energy moves into that direction. It is not good or bad. The electricity, think about that energy, can turn on to a chair to kill someone or turn the light to gather together moments in a more joyful way. So it is up to the user of the energy and how we want to utilize in a way that most resonate to our purpose on this life. So this week, because of the bumpiness still given a new view, new discovery. Actually, I felt that some sort of in a level of new awakening, and hearing other healers and intuitives experiences also remind me that, oh, this is not personal. It's more of a little bit energetic, like a resonance to larger than personal experience. It comes down to what is personal. But anyway, so maybe I'm noticing it. So like-minded noticer is around me. And you're listening means like something is there's a resonance to it. So it's up to you to choose a resonance or not. So be conscious about pay attention to your awareness and resonance when you're listening my voice here. Uh, so the physical, I mean, we are in the physical body. We are soul, spirit in the physical body. And conscious of subconscious, we are being pulled by the energy of Mother Earth. And then, the moon also. Look at that. The full moon is the highest ratio of a human giving birth to. In case of the shells, the clubs shedding all the shells 80% on the full moon, and then rest of 20% is the day before, and then after 10%, 10%, and then they're shedding all the shells, like bring the new skin, like a let go of old. So that's part of nature, the cycle that they respond to that cycle. We are being part of the cycle. So with or without knowing it, we are just pulled, and in case of me, it's like I noticed in journaling for the last over 10 years, like emotionally, really like up and down according to the moon cycle. And of course, that we're in that physical, biologically physical body, and and then physical is refracted to all other part of us, like stress, also emotions and excitement, all this sensor senses, all this environment and feelings and mind, and you know so all the combination of it, and then we containing in the biological physical body. And this week, that myself also, but the physical body was really responding, reflecting that whatever that we've been noticing, it's all of a sudden happened, or like a build up from the previous weeks and days. And the sometimes it's like a build up, and all of a sudden awareness shifts, and then bring it into the different view, and reflecting to the physical. It's all unique to each one of us, but there's a pattern, seems like, that as long as we are aligning into one component in this physical body, and then the body will reflect. So once I noticed that something happening, noticing, and then changing the feeling and environment and all this, especially that when you do the work, like a conscious living type of work, subconscious, bring in something, and, like kind of work, the self-development work. And then the shift is taken in an interesting way. It sometimes it takes like a couple weeks or maybe a month. It's like a digesting of this little pieces of changes. So it's hard to say. And then at some point, I noticed that the physical also reflect or respond to the changes. And then one of which is that having a fever, in case of me, having a fever for whatever there's no particular reasons, or maybe kind of catching the bugs and cold, and then letting something the chemical, like a change is happening in a biological cell level, and that is sort of like a sometimes connected to the awareness shift, and the other part of us is shifting, and then the body will catching up on that changes that happening. So this week, I mean, I was also noticing the change, having a fever for whatever the reasons are. And then the pain of like a aching pain, like a change in the structure, regardless of any particular significant movement for this particular period, just living as is, as a normal way, and then it's happening. So, and then others are also many requesting the healing for the sickness, the physical healing. So that tells me that, oh, something to do with the moon, and it's good to nurture in our bodies, like taking care of body. Drinking lots of water would be one thing's always good, but that's what I've been noticing it. And when these happen, and then it's a physical action taking is challenging, or like ask to be slow down a little bit, or ask to pay attention to other area of our lives. So just no need to deny it, but just accept and acknowledge, and then accept, respect, and trust that everything is taken care of it. And then find a spot to enjoy the process, which is sometimes difficult because the moon is charged to the emotions and becomes so reactive and then hormonal, mixture of it. But be enjoying in that part, as you noticing your change on this conscious living experience. And then I highly recommend to document, document, document. Notice that you want to document documentation of your change. It's upset, your joy and happy, and what made you happy, what brought you happy, what makes your heart amusing, what you found that it's useful to share your true voice in which way, that kind of documentation is really useful for you too, because we forget all the time. It's like a memory is a good memory and not so much important memory, but so keep the good memories in a good place, and then use that for a highest good to create the life that you most bring in joy, and then the fulfilling your wholehearted wishes. That's a little bit of enjoyment of when we are encouraged to this challenging, intense energy by whatever the reasons we are being part of. So that's what I was noticing this week for the last 7 days. And one thing that came to my attention is choosing a wish. Like we exercise each week to choose the feeling that we want to align at the end of this show. Let's do that right now. Weekly check-in. So a weekly check-in is kind of a guided experience, breathing exercise combined with, and help us get being current here now in our body. So it's easy to forget where we are, like we mind is already going to tomorrow, or emotion is still in yesterday, and the physical is here now, but mind is like zoning out. That's happening me if I'm not conscious, like. But this exercise allow me to, and then also help many people to be here current. Just consciously pay attention and choosing the feeling, and then breathe to allow that energy of the chosen feeling to come to us, like embodying it. So let's let's do some weekly check-in. This week, where are you right now, the feeling state, and what you're noticing in your mind, thinking, feeling, sensing, and just give your attention to where you are right now, and report that where you are, and choose the feeling that most describes you at this current moment. I think I am feeling I am feeling What is this feeling? Feeling of not moving. Not moving. So it's like a frustrating, I think, but it's not frustrating. It's like I want to move forward, and however, it's like it's sort of like floating, floating at the same space, like a floating, not flowing. It's float. It's like a harbor floating kind of. Yeah, that's how I feel currently. How about you? Where are you right now? No need to impress yourself at this, check-in, because it's important to be honest to your sensor, your heart, and your being. No one is going to give you a judge or anything. So just allow yourself to be honest. That sometimes is the most difficult things, but no one is going to check you up. So just be honest and allow that notice of you to deliver your heart noticing or mind, or where are you now. Yeah, I'm feeling floating. I feel like no movement, and it feels like not moving forward or not going backward, but just floating as the boat on the harbor. It's very quiet. I like it somehow, but my wish is to move forward. So that's currently I am here. Okay, then like yesterday, last week we practiced that accept, respect, trust, always honest. And then we want to consciously choose the feeling that we would like to have at the end of today's gathering. So the feeling that you like to have at this today's gathering, and I like to have today's gathering is, let's see, I like to have a little bit of flow to flowing, movement. I feel moving. That's what I would like to feel, moving forward. Sometimes noticing the moving backward, but it's moving forward, including the backward. And when I move forward 2 steps and then going backward 1 step and then still moving forward. So moving forward. I feel movement. I want to feel that. That's my selection for today's gathering. How about you? If you can have a pen and paper, I highly recommend you to write it down each week, and that would help you where you are when you want to know your process, and which is nice to have as in many reasons that is the most informative tool that you can create for yourself. So I highly recommend you to do that. And then the writing by hand. Ah, it's already 25 minutes. Because I want to give intuitive reading 3 minutes blind quickie today, so I just wanted to be very cautious about the time zone so that I can give all the readings today. That's good. So writing using your hand as a handwriting is really like effective to our psyche. And there's a latest study that I bumped into the article, so you may want to Google it, handwriting and memory retention study, and then probably you can find the articles, then reason why that would help you do better. And if we do the same thing, then we want to choose the better tools. That's my preference. So I just highly recommend you to use the pen and paper. It's old fashioned, but something biologically human is very analytic about that. So that's what I wanted to share. And then so let's take a long, deep breath together. Breathing brings the oxygen to our body, and then get the mind cleared, and then help us get center to our own root energy. So let us take a long deep breath together, counting 3 from the nose now. 1, 2, 3. Hold it and release slowly. One more time. From the nose now. 2, 3. Hold it and release. Thank you. So now I like to start the intuitive blind reading quickies for the request that I have in my hand. And I would like you to embody the feeling that you chose for at the end of this gathering, and send a good thought to the insight requesters as if they are having a perfect experience in their experience. They're in your listening, the insight. And then you may want to use that insight as a resonate. If you resonate some part, and then take it and into your own experience as an embodiment. And then at the same time, send that good thought to the energy of oneness. And then it will come back to you in this energy return system. So that's how it works. Okay, so today's reading, I want to give my focus to a life path reading and set the timer for 3 minutes. And the first life path reading, the symbol is water. Okay, the life path, water, 3 minutes. Okay. I got the sense that the water seems to be nicely flowing as the way that familiar to you, and some particular issue that you had about a couple months ago, it's still getting your attention in your heart area, and seems like all the cells around the heart area, like thinking, feeling, noticing, is still connected to that particular event that happened in 2 months, which is kind of aching experience. And it's not the damage, but it's sort of like a sensation as very connected to your core of something to do with the femininity. I have a sense that that's a good thing, that it's supposed to be connected to you, your presence, and then it connects to your feeling, and then being taken into more authentic you. So I have a sense that you are now ready to accept it into your heart with as it is, and then healing is taking process as nicely integrated, holding yourself as one, and then getting comfortable with that new way of you relate to that particular event. I'm having a sense that very clean, clear, pure self is connected to this. This is most like an everyday kind of nurturing, nutritious type of feeding and noticing. And in a way that you are open to take it, is good for you as a person to implement as for your upcoming development as a person. Um, I feel that you already negotiated with that part and then feed into in taking it in the new way and feeling comfortable being in your on your skin. So I encourage you to take it as a way you've been processing, and then you're going to be transformed into more like authentic, natural self and accepting because of that part of event is allowing you to be who you are right now, and then you are feeling like wanting to become one, and you're going to become that one by the end of June. More like a sparkling you, natural, like fresh, refreshing, feel good to yourself, and then people around you will be changing. Good luck. Okay. I'm sending lots of energy and good luck to that process. It seems to be very natural, authentic, and very amusing and very attractive in the natural way. Thank you for your request. This is the life path, the symbol of water. Now, embody my new reality and move to the next one. The next symbol here is tree. Tree. Okay, here we go. 3 minutes. Okay. I have a sense that this tree is already being used for many different purposes and serving many people's needs and then feels like knowing what is this for and what is valuable for self and for others and making others feel very comfortable and useful for being around you and what you are capable to provide, which is really a nice feeling that people feel like being nicely embraced to your ability and your sense of nature and caring of such a beautiful way to look at life and creativity, and giving space that uh, everybody feels comfortable wanting to be surround you. And I'm getting a sense that it would be nice to ignite more your passion into that reflection because I feel that you are very comfortable, like the way you connect with other people, even to a little bit hold your back own desire and passion and to noticing it to find a way to blend in the most nicely being part of whole, and I know you're good at that, and then that's so talented you, and then you both can enjoy being you and expressing yourself in that environment. However, there's a little bit, I'm seeing a little bit of a desire that deep within you want to express in the way that never before. And there's an adventure for you to quest. And then I think that adventurous time is now here for you. Um, it's a little bit of secret self, but now I think because you already have that established part of you, and then it can be developed as a new part of you, and then eventually you can integrate both as part of you, and then your life is gonna become a more next level excitement, and you feel more alive with self-expression, and then you love the way you hold that way you loved it because both can be okay, but there isn't a journey and adventure need to be quested, and then I highly recommend you to express yourself and find the place that accept that expression, and it's so excited for you. And I'm getting the sense that May, June would be a perfect, and then the summer you're going to be transformed into totally new view and enjoying that both side as a one person, as a new real you. So I'm sending lots of love and energy for that. I'm so excited for you. Thank you for your request. This is the tree and the life path. This is June Universe. You can also request your own intuitive insight. 3 minutes quickie. Going to www.thatfutureforecaster.com, www.thatfutureforecaster.com. There's a form up there, and you can request anonymously. Assign the symbol for what you would like to have a reading for. Maybe the relationship target or the physical issues, whatever. And then there is the category I provided for the 9 different categories. So you choose the category: life path, love, relationship, money, career, spirituality, whatever. So, and then submit your request. Then I will get your request and read intuitively 3 minutes blindly here at this Ninja Intuitive podcast each week. Look forward to hearing your request. So, reading, I'm going to the next request here is the life path also. And how's our time? So, okay, we have time. Good, good. I like to have the time for reading because I've been talking too much and not so much providing reading. So I'm excited to provide some reading today. Okay, so the next target, the symbol is rainbow. Life path, rainbow. Okay, here is your 3-minute rainbow. I got the sense that this rainbow is kind of a very unique rainbow. One of those things like a sun inside and around it, it's like a circle rainbow. It's not the half rainbow. It's more of like above the earth and around the sun, which reminds me that in the stage of the brilliant, shiny, sparkling stage, and no one can beat that where you are right now, because just the people are magnetized of that the energy that you are sharing right now, regardless of your awareness, because this is a trick that it's very difficult for us ourselves, because intimate to ourselves, noticing that what has been transformed and changed. The only way we can notice is the other people's response is kind of different. So that is telling you that you are really transformed into what you've been building for. So this rainbow is like it's too bright to some people, and to noticing as it's a rainbow, it's almost like there was no storm or nothing, but just a bright self to shine everyone's heart. I'm getting the sense that the dark side of it was really dark, and then I'm getting the sense it's still remembering that darkest dark down time, and coming up with the moist is happening in the March, and the blue sky took over every single aspect of the mist moist that you've been having in there, and know that it coming back to the cycle, like the sun goes up and down, and I feel that this cycle is coming healing a little bit, and then connect in the new level with the feeling more connected to self and noticing what's around, really meaning like more digested what happened in the March. And in the May, it will be coming back as a new sense of feel what you already been noticed. So I'm getting the sense like they pay attention to May 25, 525, around 5 days plus minus. There can be a new movement based on what was happening in March area. I'm getting the sense the initial M, including including May, March, middle, like a name Michael also. Um, Pay attention to these initial M's, even the companies and opportunities and place that you want to drawn to. That could give you some sort of a clarification of your feeling instead of like a thinking. So connecting some noticing element under that initial M might help you to bring in to a new, better next step for upcoming summer. I'm sending a lots of love and healing to your creation. Thanks for your request. This is Rainbow, the category of life path. Okay, how is the time? This is June Universe. Today I'm providing the intuitive insight 3 minutes blind reading quickie for life path. We have a good time. So the next target is the sky. Sky. Here is a 3 minute sky life path. I'm having a sense that currently the sky is becoming brighter and brighter. And before it was kind of dark. I'm sensing that you're into the winter time, like really cold and hanging there kind of space in January, February, March, and then April is getting noticing that things are kind of started to change, and definitely it's changing into the definite, like positive. Oh yes, it's getting exciting, kind of beginning of the promise. And I think you're right because this promising feeling is connected to your heart in somewhat a little bit romantically also, and somewhat more like love to yourself and then your family. And it's a mixed type of relationship itself. Like the most important is like a new relationship to yourself, and then the way to participate to your life itself is more promising, like more trust being cultivated because of this winter time quiet cold, like it's very cold, but now started to feel the warmth in the heart, and then becoming becoming warmer before you open up. I think that it's good for you to more open up in the coming month, May, June, because no more worry. Because now I see that trust inside of you to yourself, and then allow you. I feel that you kind of switch to allow yourself to trust more, to okay with that, and then and allow that new part to repeating, like being guided. So now is a good time to neutralize in that stage, and then May, June towards the summer, you can build up more to speak out and then open to allow follow that newness towards summer, knowing the safeness. Um, I'm having a sense that the choose something color yellow to boost your noticing new self esteem, including the new self esteem, and to give birth to something new, something maybe unusual for you, but be open to the new idea to give birth to it. And sometimes feel too bright, but it's just fine because you need that energy of sun to give new to this new dynamic. You are finally, I feel finally allowing yourself to be into that life stage. So I'm sending lots of love, and I'm excited for your upcoming towards summer season, and sending lots of love. Thank you for your request. This is the sky and life path. I can go give another reading for Last one. The moon symbol is moon. Okay. I have a sense that there's a golden opportunity and you are just fully ready for this time of this creation of your life path. Timing is perfect and it's going to be more perfect because you're expanding your perfection, allowing that yourself being somewhat repressed, somewhat being held for knowing that best timing to resonate to what's around you. Um, I think you did a good job and holding your space and noticing what's the timing. And however, this is the time for you to noticing now is the time to release and allow yourself to fully naturally engaging into the world around you. This is a very exciting time for you. This trend is going to take until September on 27th, plus minus 7 days. And from there, it's going to be the change into the new phase. So I highly recommend you to put yourself out there actively, as much as authentic as you can, as many people as you can to more than new people would be nice. And this energy is helping other people to noticing when you just connect with what you naturally do with your profession and you even if you your idea of sharing or just idea of present sharing the presence in any levels. And the important thing is for you to remember is that to not so much engaging into going out to the space, but sharing your own space and beauty and stay there to invite in to help them come and then at the same time open up your space and provide it into the mutual together space in any occasion in your work, friendship, family. So yourself is the same, but people notice your difference, and then people will more feed in sense of openness to yourself and sharing love in a new way, so which would make you feel as feeling of I'm doing the right thing. Like I feel more like being self and then connecting to real life experience, being useful. That's feels like you've been looking for the opportunity in the right time, but this is seems to be the time for you to do. So please do not hesitate to put yourself out there and don't take it as a failure because we all learn from unhappiness and unhappiness bringing the information that there's a room for you to adjust for the more better, allow you to know what most fitting you. So take it as an invitation to know what more excite you from whatever the experience you take, and then and just um pay attention to allow that to come and go come and go. It's flow, so no need to keep everything in your space. Okay, I'm so excited for your creation on this stage of your life and sending lots of love and healing. This is the moon and life path. This is June Universe. How's your time? Let me check the time. How's your feeling embodiment? The feeling that you chose for at this end of today's gathering. I feel flowing. Yeah, I chose flowing. How about you? Let's take a long deep breath together, counting 3 from the nose. 1, 2, 3, and exhale slowly. Thank you for your participation for this today's co-creative oneness. This is June Universe. I see you next time. Until then, all my love and healing. Bye.